Hey, 8th graders, Mrs. Devlin here. I hope you're having a super week. I feel like it's been way too long since we've seen each other last, so I wanted to make a little video to make sure you all knew exactly what was expected of you. First off, I miss y'all. I'm excited to see Section 1 again later this week. Section 2, we have one more week before we see each other again. I've missed you, kiddos. Hopefully you've maybe missed me a little bit too. Anywho, this plan exists to kind of help us make sure we're on track. I've got some emails from a few of us saying, hey, I didn't understand the PSSA calendar. And that concerns me, guys. If you don't understand something that is in my class, let me know as soon as you can. Don't hesitate. I'm not a yeller, I promise. I'd rather you say, hey, I don't understand on day 1 instead of on day 5. So if we look at this plan, and again, if you're having trouble understanding the calendar or forgetting, because there's 3 different calendars on here, here's a couple tips. First off, know your testing site. Follow the calendar based on your testing site, okay? Second off, if you're a forgetful person, we're all human here last time I checked, and you'd like just a copy of the calendar with just your calendar on it, let me know. I'll make one for you and ship it your way, okay? So, based on our schedules, we should all be looking at different things today. This is for Wednesday, April 20th, when I would normally have Section 2 in live class. So let's take a look at our calendar, and we'll kind of explain where everybody needs to be for social studies. If you are in my first group here, so if you've tested in Newcastle, Towanda, North Philly, Gettysburg, Harrisburg, Lancaster, Reading, Erie, Frackville, or Greensburg, this is your calendar, kiddos. You tested last week. So if we look at Wednesday, April 20th, you should be looking at lesson 14.4 today. Let's take a look at it together. For lesson 14.4, you're taking a look at Western battles and the Vicksburg strategy. So here, we're talking about battles that occurred on the western area of what was America at that time. The Civil War was fought on many different fronts, all across the continent, and even some naval battles. And in the east, fighting was first in Virginia. So if you remember Bull Run and Antietam, that's all eastern-ish United States. But there were things going on in the west, too. So if you look at today's lesson, guys, and this is if you're in my first testing group, you are looking at Chapter 16, Section 3 in Holt. You're reviewing the siege of Vicksburg by watching this History.com video, and then you have a map activity to work on today. Spoiler alert, guys, there is one question in this map activity that asks you about how geography influences movement. I think that's confused a few of us who've already taken this assignment, so do me a favor and think of it this way. Think of geography as physical features, okay? So that would be like water, land, mountains, things like that, alright? So again, this is the lesson for Wednesday, April 20, if you're in Calendar 1. If you're in Calendar 2, you should not be watching this today on April 20th because you're in testing, okay? So if you are in Calendar 2, which means you test at Altoona, Bethlehem, Monroeville, Uniontown, Philly South, Pittsburgh, Bradford, or Scranton, you should not be watching this right now because you are supposed to just focus on your tests today, guys, okay? And then you'll join your regular schedule the next day. Slight little note here, if you're one of my Monroeville or Pittsburgh kiddos, you will be doing lesson 14.5 on Thursday. Okay? I just didn't make a separate calendar for you guys because I just wanted to make it a little easier. So if you're in my middle group, you shouldn't be schooling right now, friendos. If we look at my final group here, if you're testing at the Du Bois location, you're looking at lesson 14.7 today. And let's take a look at that together. In lesson 14.7, you're learning about a very important woman, that is Clara Barton. She was an American woman who helped found the Red Cross, which is a relief organization that is still very well known today. So she had a massive impact And one of the things I want you guys to understand about war is that it affects everyone, and that everyone can help too. Because back then, remember, women didn't really have as much of a role as they do today. So the fact that Clara Barton was able to found this organization and have the impact she has is awesome. Here's what you're up to. You're doing a biography activity on Clara Barton, and you're watching a video to review what you have learned. And in the video, I ask you to please remember her role during the Civil War. And that's all you're doing for the day, okay? So again, guys, I wanted to make this calendar to make sure that we are touching bases so you understand what's expected of you. Guys, contact me anytime, seriously. Shoot me an email, send me a text, on chat. Let me know how I can help you. Because if you're getting stuck on something, I want you to do well, okay? Have an awesome day. If you're watching this and your PSSA testing this week, worry about testing, okay? And if you're not, please do contact me if you need anything. Don't forget, I am having a check-in session on Thursday at 2. And anyone who attends will get that 5 bonus points for showing up. So I'd recommend doing that if you like points. They're good things. Have an awesome day, guys. I miss you all. Section 1, I'll see you tomorrow.